Hey, this is Bob TV. Welcome to another episode of Freedom on Fire. I'm on Polka Dotty today. Look, I am just literally upset with the last part of Obama's campaign. Black politicians, this one is for you. Yeah, I'm talking about all politicians, but this is for you. You guys ever watch the Django? Remember Samuel L. Jackson character? Seemed like Obama in the CBC is that character. Will do anything for Mr. Candy. Now, prior to the general election, Mr. Candy was a woman named Hillary Clinton. And now she's out of pictures like, knocking everybody down just to get to Mrs. Candy. But in this case that I'm talking about, Mrs. Candy is the corporate America. It's Dakota Access. The people who are trying to run that pipeline through the prideful, precious Indian territory. Watch Obama in this interview when this lady questioned him about the Dakota Access Pipeline. Watch this.
My name is Alice Matthew. I'm from the state of Sabah in Malaysia. My question is in solidarity with the indigenous people in, not my country, but in America itself. I just heard recently that this group of people is fighting to protect their ancestral land against the Dakota Access Pipeline. Yeah, so my question is, in your capacity, what can you do to ensure the protection of the ancestral land, the supply of clean water, and also environmental justice is upheld? Yeah.
Well, it's a great question. As many of you know, the way that Native Americans were treated was tragic. And one of the priorities that I've had as president is restoring an honest and generous and respectful relationship with Native American tribes. And so we have made an unprecedented investment in meeting regularly with the tribes, helping them design ideas and plans for economic development, for education, for health that is culturally appropriate for them. And this issue of ancestral lands and helping them preserve their way of life is something that we have worked very hard on. Now, some of these issues are caught up with laws and treaties, and so I can't give you details on this particular case. I'd have to go back to my staff and find out how are we doing on this one.
I think the candidates aren't really talking about is the Dakota Access Pipeline. Yeah. Is that something that you would consider intervening in? People have called for your administration to make a call.
We're monitoring this closely, and I think as a general rule, my view is that there is a way for us to accommodate sacred lands of Native Americans, and I think that right now the Army Corps is examining whether there are ways to reroute this pipeline in a way.
Right.
So we're going to let it play out for several more weeks and determine whether or not this can be resolved in a way that I think is properly attentive to the traditions of the first Americans.
Is there something to be done about the way protesters are being treated right now, though? They're getting sprayed with rubber bullets. We're seeing some kind of shocking footage.
Yeah, I mean, it's a challenging situation. I think that my general rule when I talk to governors and state and local officials, whenever they're dealing with protests, including, for example, during the Black Lives Matters protests, is there's an obligation for protesters to be peaceful And there's an obligation for authorities to show restraint. And I want to make sure that as everybody is exercising their constitutional rights to be heard, that both sides are refraining from situations that might result in people being hurt.
Where's the energy? Where's the passion? Where's the pissed offness, the ticked offness? And those are not real words, but that's just what I want to say. Where's the upset and the outrage about this situation, Mr. President? Where's the upset and outrage about this situation, CBC? Half of you guys, old as dust, you guys was in the civil rights era. John Lewis, where's your voice on this? No, you are helping Mrs. Kennedy, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, get reelected. But you're not saying nothing about the Dakota Access Pipeline. You see the very visions. Watch this.
Criminals! You guys are criminals! Go get your money somewhere else!
We're standing at the construction site of the Dakota Access Pipeline. It looks like there are at least 3 bulldozers that are, to people's surprise at this moment, actually bulldozing the land. There's a helicopter above, there's security here, and hundreds of people have been marching up when they heard that the construction site is actually active right now.
My name is Jacob Johns.
And where are you from?
I'm from Spokane, Washington. I'm Hopi and I'm from Oahu.
And can you describe what you see, what they're doing?
They're bulldozing. They're bulldozing and preparing to install a pipeline to go underneath the river.
And above we see a helicopter.
The helicopter itself has been following us and taking pictures, and we're filming them in return.
Come on, guys! We gotta stop this! Why are we standing and watching? Get in there! Stop this! Let's go!
People have gone through the fence, men, women, and children. The bulldozers are still going, and they're yelling at the men in hard hats. One man in hard hat threw one of the protesters down, and they're marching over the dirt mounds. Some of the security have dogs. The 6 bulldozers are pulling back right now. People are marching forward in their tracks. There are men, women, and children. More security trucks are pulling up. There are some protesters on horseback. Security has some kind of gas. People are being pepper sprayed. Sir, reporter from New York, what are you spraying people with?
I haven't sprayed anything, man.
But what is that?
Yeah, he just makes me in the face right now. Amy Goodman, this guy makes me in the face.
Can you show us the label?
Look, it's all over my sunglasses. Just makes me in the face.
A dog.
Dog bit him right now.
Throw the dog on me. These fuckers throw the dog on me. Look at this. Look at this.
Let me say.
You throw the dog on me. No, you did it on purpose, man. Over there with that dog. I was like walking, throw the dog on me straight, even without any warning, you know. Look at this. Look at this.
The dog.
Yeah, the dog did it, you know. Look at this. There. So clean it.
Ma'am, your dog just bit this protester. Your dog just bit that protester. Are you telling the dogs to bite the protester? The dog has blood in its nose and its mouth.
And she's still standing here threatening. You can't put your blame on the dog. You're an evil woman. You can't put your blame on the fucking dog. That's mistreatment against your animals. You will live with that. these people are just threatening all of us with these dogs. And that woman over there, she was charging them, and it bit somebody right in the face, and then it charged at me and tried to bite me, and they're still threatening these dogs against us, and we're not doing anything.
Why are you letting her dog go after the protesters? It's covered in blood. Stop the woman! You sick the fucking woman! What the fuck is wrong with you? Get your fucking dogs out of here! Get your fucking dogs out of here! Get the fuck out of here! Right here! Get the fuck out! Get out! Get the fuck out! We ain't scared of you! We ain't scared of you! What the fuck's your dog gonna do? Get the fuck out! Get the fuck After the protesters said that the dog was bloody from biting them, they then pulled the dogs away, and now pickup truck by pickup truck is pulling away. We'll see what happens. The protesters are moving in to ensure that the security leaves. Let's go check on this woman. What happened?
I just a lot of mace, and the sweat was dripping it in. It was the sweat was making it run down into my eyes. I had my glasses on, and that spared me the brunt of it, but then the sweat started putting it in.
How are you doing?
I'm great.
What's your name?
Raina Crow.
And what do you think you've accomplished today?
I hope we've accomplished letting Enbridge know that the people of this nation and the people of this world, tribal or otherwise, have withdrawn their social license to pollute water, and that they need to find an honest, nonviolent way to make a living.
Where are you from?
Duluth, Minnesota. I don't know more Duluth.
I got maced twice. I got bit by a dog. I was front line.
Where did you get bit?
I got bit on the ankle where my boot is. So I told them they needed to leave, but the guy didn't believe me. So he didn't want to listen. He stuck his hand out and he maced me. This other guy, and I think he maced a lady too. Then they tried getting the dogs on us, so I was just standing there. I wasn't really doing nothing. That dog ran up on me and it bit around my ankle.
You pushed them back, though?
Yes.
Why is this such an important fight to you?
Because water is life. Like I said, without water, we wouldn't be here. These plants wouldn't be here. There'd be no oxygen. We all die without it. I wish they'd open their eyes and have a heart to realize, if this happens, we're not going to be the only ones going to suffer. They're going to suffer too.
What tribe are you with?
I'm Oglala Sioux, Full Blood.
From?
Pine Ridge Reservation.
No one owns this land. This land belongs to the earth. We are only caretakers. We're caretakers of the earth.
Oh. Do you feel like you won today?
We win every day when we stand in unity. We stand and we fight.
How do you feel?
I feel great.
What did you accomplish today?
We're protecting our water. That's what we were here to do, and that's what we did.
Where are your horses from?
Crow Creek, South Dakota.
And you came from there?
Yes, ma'am.
And so, describe the scene to us.
We protected our water, and we did a good job at doing it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You see these images. These images are shades of the 60s and 50s. You were involved in the march over the bridge. You got beat down, man. Why are you not being empathetic to these people? Why are you not out there talking for these people, championing for these people? You know why? Because you done got off your civil rights seats and now you're sitting on seats of gold. You're a spoiled politician and you're not a civil rights activist anymore. You protest for the rich people who giving you lobbyist money and money for your campaign to get reelected over and over again. Excuse me. I am glad Donald Trump is proposing term limit. You guys been in there so long that you forgot who you are. Where is John Lewis? Where is the entire CBC, the Congressional Black Caucus? Where is all my freedom-fighting politicians who got elected? Where are you, Jesse Jackson? You're sitting up there lobbying and fighting for Mrs. Candy. Where are you on this Dakota Access Pipeline situation? Why are you not standing up for the indigenous people? It was the indigenous people and the white people who stood up for you. And that's one thing I love about my progressive white people. Whether it's on the Indian side, the Mexican side, or the black side, you got some white people say, nah, that is not right. I'm going out there and I'm with them. Where are the black people going out the Dakota Access Pipeline? And now, if somebody want to fund me to go down there, I'm down there, Doc. I'll find some way to get down there, you know. But it's not about me. There's other ways we can fight against this thing and not be down there. We can support the people that down there with our dollars, people who we know leaving from our area. We can support them. If we have the time, we can go with them. There's other ways to support this. But the main support is not boots on the ground. The main support is politicians standing up saying, look, this ain't going to happen on our watch. We voted you and we elected you to work for the people, not for these corporations. And here you are, Jesse Jackson, Mr. Rainbow Coalition. Isn't the indigenous people part of that Rainbow Coalition? Huh? Mr. President Obama, didn't you say that you would not forget the indigenous people? That you're going to hear their voice and you're going to really fight for them? Come on, CBC, half of you guys, you're part of that civil rights era. You've been in there so doggone long. Why are you not standing up? You stood up against gun lobbyists, sat out, and challenged the Republican Party over gun issues. Yet in Dakota, people are getting shot with plastic bullets, arms being severed off, getting hypothermia with chilling cold water. They're getting tear gas thrown at them. Some of them getting bit by dogs and beat. Does that sound familiar to you? Black Caucus, John Lewis, President Obama, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton. Why are you not out there championing for them? Do I have to get on this mic every day and do this for them? I'm just a little voice that's starting to grow, but you the one got the pulpit. You the one got the platform, President. You need to be in the Rose Garden instead of talking about Donald Trump and people not going out there and voting. You don't know that. People voted against what you guys represent. It's not a fact that people didn't vote. You should have been standing next to Merkel and talking about what's going on with the pipeline issue. Everywhere you go, you should be championing those people and out there speaking for them instead of corporations. But no, money makes you a sellout. And a lot of that money you probably could use for your presidential library. Now, don't get me wrong, people. I love Obama. I campaigned for him in 2008. I am not happy with the person that he's become. I'm not happy on his weak stance on social issues. I am not happy on how he'll fight for corporate interests more than you, the people. I'm not happy. I'm not happy that these things right here will be a stain on his legacy. I saw his legacy as something great at one time, but now I'm seeing a whole bunch of things around his legacy that I think is pure doodle stains on the white Fruit of the Loom drawers called his legacy. And I'm upset. The first black president should be one to be remembered, and that should usher in other black presidents. And Van Jones, you may have something right. There could have been a white lash to all this stuff. Here I am, a white man. I voted for the first black president, and he don't even consider his own people and other minorities, let alone me, a white man. Now, I'm not white, but you know. Don't get me wrong. Now, I'm proud of the fact that he's releasing a lot of people who got minor sentences in jail. Man, way to go, Obama. I love you for that. But this situation is horrible. And if we don't stand up for people who are fighting for things as simple as water, and I'm not even going to get on Flip Michigan in the weakness of black politicians who are allowing these people to poison other black people. Whether it's black, white, Puerto Rican, it doesn't matter. We should be standing up for people. And I'm not seeing a president standing up. I just saw a president about to fall asleep on an interview about this situation. So you're falling asleep on it. You're silent on it. You're not saying anything. You're fearing your legacy. instead of standing up. If you want to make sure you go out with a bang, you stand up for these indigenous people. You stand up for the right for them to have pure, clean water. You stand up for them standing up for the environment. You need to stand up. You need to invite the CBC to stand right behind you. And where's Hillary Clinton? Since she want to continue to be a stateswoman and a politician, she need to be standing with you. Pelosi need to be standing with you. And even Donald Trump need to be standing with you if he say he's the president for all people. I'm calling all of you out. You punk, going to sleep suckers who are asleep at the wheel while these people fighting for water. Clean water and a clean environment with clean nature not being tampered with because of big oil. And I feel Van Jones saying, we're sitting up here fighting for something that's dead, like coal or oil, and not fighting harder for something that's life, like water and the sun. President Obama, wake the heaven and hell up. I'm about to.